Good morning. In day 16th in my journey to building this business, which is my business. And today we are going to look at psychology part of a people who want to build a business. You, as me, we definitely want to build our business, but we have some bad behavior, to be honest with you. When you compare yourself to someone else who's already successful, already put his step in the business and earn money monthly, you definitely notice something tricky, and which is those people have a pattern of life totally different from us. And to go deeply in that, I will try to explain something at some point. There is a two side or two personality in each one of us. Predictable, predictable person, and predictable personality and lazy personality, which mean you have a two version of you. The version that want to build something, that want to push you up forward your goals, which is whatever your goals, and the personality that are lazy, are always targeting bad behavior, smoking, drink, dating, sleeping too late, going to nightclubs, whatever. The bad behavior, as all the people know what its meaning of the bad behavior, the least everyone know what. And the good behavior, that your personality, the good version of you want to be, which is mean there is a big, you wishing to be someone successful, has building his own business or getting his career or getting his diploma or whatever, and the version that is lazy want to always to stay in comfortable zone, and always is like when you start something, your style of life is like that. This is the flow personal, the bad behavior you use, the bad behavior you made, and then you become motivated, you feel shame of yourself and start doing something, start building something, start to take actions, and after maybe 6 days, 1 month, 2 months, you reach the peak point when you feel proud of yourself, when you feel proud of what you have done, when you feel proud of what you did. And then you also start to do bad behavior, and then reach the flow personality and feel the same feeling. The pattern, that this kind of a pattern is predictable. I mean, every time you do it, you feel shameless, you start doing something, you reach the point you're proud of yourself, you start to destroy everything. Your bad version start destroying everything, and then you reach the flawed personality, the flaw that you feel shame about yourself, that you feel damn angry about yourself, and so a reaction motivated you to do something else, and you start also. So these are pattern of every people. All people are living in these two versions of themselves. Anyone in the world have this kind of a version, have this kind of a personality. One who's predictable and want to do something and always do something, and another vision that is destroying everything, pushing you to not do anything you really want to do. But this version of you is stronger than you in sometimes, and pushing you toward something that not helping you to targeting your goals, not helping you where you want to be or where you want to become. And this kind of pattern need us first of all to be aware of that. First of all, to make a list. You're at the floor. The worst version of you. What kind of a behavior you did? Watching porn, smoke, go to do something bad, use, I mean something, I mean, yeah. And then you stop and start to refreshing yourself and targeting the goal, the person you want. You reach it after 2 weeks, 1 month, and then there is no motivation on inside you, making you to keep going. You feel, it doesn't worth it. Yeah, these are bullshit. I mean, these kind of things is not me. And then, instead to keep doing it, you destroy everything. Okay, I need to. Your brain or your vision, bad vision, trick you by taking break. This break will become behavior pattern, and then you wake up at the moment in a flow. So here, how can we fix those behavior? The highest and the low, the highest and the low. Some people, they have extremely lows of their personality, version of a personality, and they have extremely high. But this pattern of life is not help. It's definitely not going help. So before to how to fix it, before to figure out the way you can fix it, you first of all need to understand. You need to understand what that is. What is those patterns? So there is something. The behavior is not the problem here. Your behavior is not the problem. The problems here is your beliefs. What you believe about yourself. What you believe about those behaviors. Like, you work for 2 weeks, no day off. And even now, after 2 weeks, I start thinking about that. I need to take a break. At least one. You need to do something to motivate to motivate yourself, or to to give a gift for yourself, because yourself do something. But not this, but it's a piece of a shit. You should not listen to it. Never. Because you are in the beginning. And these believers are coming not from you, coming from your bad version. The bad version of you. That want to push you back to where you previously, where you was. And you can call it flaw personal. You can call it flaw personal. The level of your personal, when you feel so shame about it. So how to sell your beliefs about your personal flaw? You can control it, and you can increase or change it. I mean, when everyone smoke, so I should smoke. This just behavior, not behavior. This is just something in your brain tricking you, something talking to you, your bad version, pushing you to do those bad behaviors, and should not listen to them. You should aware of those kind of a thought, kind of a believers. I have been eating clean for 2 weeks, 1 month. I should go to restaurant to eat junk food? Absolutely not. These are piece of a shit. No, you should not listen. You should be aware of those thoughts when they come to you, and the time you control those thoughts, and the time you be aware of them, you will realize it's not you. It's someone behind you pushing you. No, it's your bad version, the worst version of you. So all you can all the bad believers you have, you should be write them down. Write them down on the paper. Don't let them in your brain. When you write them in a paper, you will be visually aware of them. I have one, I have two, and this is number three, and this is number four, and then your brain will recognize those things and create a kind of checking point, you can say. When you do them, your brain will inform you about them. Those bad, or are you sure you want to do it? Those neither. Are you sure you want to? So, and real estate is something. I mean, how can I explain it? So your brain, when you give him a list of the bad behavior, bad beliefs of behavior, the brain naturally will create its kind of checkpoint. Every time you start thought about doing those, your brain will inform you. Are you sure? You sure to? Are you sure doing? Are you sure? Are you sure? And then you'll be aware of them. And this way you will increase your awareness of those bad behaviors. And like so there is something. It's actually pushing you to do something, pushing you to do the work, and pushing you back to not doing the work, which is your emotion, the pain you have. When you reach those personality behaviors, you start feel pain, start feel shame, and this pain is the reason why you start doing actions. But since and when you reach the floor, you reach the highest of you, the time you feel comfortable and proud of yourself, you stop. Because the pain here is 0%. In the previous flow or previous your pattern of behavior was 100. It was so painful and it is pushing you. Like you have an exam, you study hard in the last 2 weeks, last 2 days or 3 days, and you success in the exam. But after you pass the exam, what happened? You're not studying anymore. You find yourself going, hanging out with the friends, doesn't care. Till the next exam is close, you start. And this kind of a pattern is always pain, emotion that created a pain that created a panic, the panic that motivated you to do actions. When you have a pain, you will work. When you don't have a pain, you will not work. So, the solution: putting yourself in situation, you get pain. You get pain in those situations. Find out, figure out those painful situation, and put yourself on them. Like, ask yourself, I am in this certain situation. How can I move from this to create it for myself a painful situation? Think about it. Write down what the things that can bring pain to you. And then and without realizing that, you will start doing actions. You start doing something because you're aware, because you are scared, because you are feel pain, you are afraid to lose a job, to lose one other. So the pain is a key to break this pattern. But how? We usually have we previously have a pain situation, then when we move it to the highest situation, then our pain will be zero, then we decrease. So here there's things never here you are not looking to your best version of yourself. Forget about it. Always be aware and look into your worst version when you have a pain. Now you have a pain, you broke, you don't have a job, your study is so worse, you don't know what to do, you're wasting your time watching short content or social media, addicted on social media without any benefit, without any income. Okay, this is painful. This will be probably push you to get target to have some money in the end of a month, to not be broke. How can you make it? You figure out. But the time you feel comfortable, you should put this comfortable level, which was the highest, you should put it as the floor, the new floor personal. You should feel painful here by creating painful situation in this highest situation. You feel comfortable, you reach what you want. Now, instead of wasting time doing something, doing stuff and enjoying time, no, start thinking about how can you bring a pain to this situation, and at the same time increase where you want to become. In this pattern, instead you build a pattern like that, you will build the pattern like this, and then this, and then this. So you find yourself, you increasing your pattern without realizing that. Every time you feel comfortable in situation, in the highest version of you, create a pain for it, and at the same time create another highest for it. You like is using skills. You want to achieve something above what you are now, and this something, only the way you can take it is by creating a pain. The pain is the key here. So every time you start from scratch, from the flow personality, and the pain was 100%, and you start working and motivated for 1 month, 2 months, whatever, and when you reach the highest point, and instead to feel comfortable and relaxing and start to enjoy, say no, think about how to bring a pain to this situation. When you bring a pain, think about how to bring the first thing, how to bring the pain to this situation, and the second, how and what is, how to reach, and what is the new highest of your personal, which is will be beautiful. So, and this pattern, you can trick in your brain and tricking yourself and break down those pattern and break down, use the bad behavior you have, and start working consistent, start working, creating a discipline without realizing you are disciplined. Don't never focus on the goals, focus only on how to increase your flow personal, how to increase your bad behavior, develop it, which break them down, and you will find yourself in a good position after few months, mentally, physically, and financially. Mentally, physically, and financially. So never care about the highest, the best version of you. They just make it like a checkpoint you want to reach, but you are not stopping there. You will continue to another checkpoint. The only thing here is to focus on your floor personal, the bad behavior, and when you have a pain, to always pushing yourself by creating a pain. You don't progress to your best self version of best self imaginal. Instead, you regress toward your worst self that is tolerable. And yeah, that something tricky. You need to be aware of it. You need to first of all make a list of what you're doing at that time and be aware of those behaviors. The pain are pushing you to targeting what you want. But when you reach what you want, start thinking about what's the thing that can create the pain to me, bring a pain to me in this situation, in this comfortable situation, and push me toward to another checkpoint, another mean highest.